Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a little bit about revaluation account. Now we have started about reconstruction of partnership. When a partnership is reconstructed, a partnership is basically reconstructed when there is a change in the profit and loss sharing ratio. There are circumstances through which the profit and loss sharing ratio has to be changed. For example, if a partner decides to leave the partnership firm, or if the partners decide mutually that they need to change the ratio, or one of the partner accidentally dies, one partner decides to retire, or a new partner is admitted in the partnership firm. In all these circumstances, the profit and loss sharing ratio undergoes a change. A new partnership deed is drawn up, and as a result of which there is a new sharing ratio between the new partner as well as the old partners. Okay, now whenever there is a change in the profit sharing ratio, the assets and liabilities of the partnership firm have to be revaluated. They have to be reassessed and found out whether there is a change in the value of assets and liabilities. And a table is prepared, an account is prepared. Such an account is called a revaluation account. The word revaluation itself means to revaluate. But what are we revaluating? We are revaluating assets and liabilities. Okay, from that, you see, if the credit balance is more, we get profit. If the debit balance is more, then we get loss. In either case, whether there is profit or there is loss, it is distributed among the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. It is distributed to the partner's capital account. All right, now let us just see here. This is an example of a revaluation account. Okay, revaluation account, this is what you will write in the title: revaluation account as on 31st March 31/3. It is always at the end of the year or any other time. Sometimes the revaluation account is prepared in between, whatever the date may be. For example, a new partner may be admitted on 1st July. Then you see a revaluation account has to be prepared on 1st July. So it depends. The date is not always the end of the financial year. In this case, I have written end of financial year, but it is not necessarily. It can be prepared anytime during the course of the year, whenever there is a change in the ratio. So revaluation account as on 31st March 2018, or whatever the date is given in the question. Revaluation account is also called profit and loss adjustment account, because the profit and loss of the firm, of the partnership firm, is being adjusted. That's why it's called profit and loss adjustment account or revaluation account. All right, what is the pro forma or the format? Simple. Debit side particulars and amount, credit side also particulars and amount. Okay, and then of course in the end we make the total. Okay, the total of the two sides. The total of the two sides should tally, and it will tally if you have done it correctly. All right, now let's see what comes out here. You see, whenever assets are revalued, assets may go up or assets value may go down. If assets value go up, okay, it increases. For example, the value of land has increased, the value of building has increased, then whatever the amount is increased is written out here. The increase in amount, not the original amount or not the total amount, only the amount by which it increases. For example, okay, let us just say that in the balance sheet the value of land is given as 1 lakh rupees. Okay, 1 lakh rupees, and in the adjustment, always look at the adjustment only. In the adjustment it is given the value of land increases by 10%. The value of land is increased by 10%. This is given in the adjustment. The first adjustment says the value of land, it says, increases by 10%. So what is 10% of 1 lakh? 10,000 rupees. So our entry here would be 10,000 rupees. Only what amount is increased, not 1 lakh, not 1 lakh and 10,000, but only the 10,000 which is the actual increase, that is 10,000. All right, then if the assets value decreases, okay, if the value of assets decreases, okay, it goes down, then we write it on the debit side. For example, okay, machinery. Suppose the cost of machinery in the old balance sheet, the old balance sheet will be provided in the question, because you have to compare the adjustments with the old balance sheet. In the balance sheet, old balance sheet in the question, the value of machinery is 50,000, let us say. And according to adjustments, in the adjustment it says that the value of machinery has gone down by 10%. It has decreased by 10%. It decreases by 10%. So what is 10% of 50,000? 5,000. It has decreased by 5,000. So here we write machinery. Okay, how much? 5,000. So machinery is 5,000 simply because in this case it has gone down. The value of asset, machinery account down. Okay, and here I have written land account. Okay, it has gone up by 10,000. So you can see assets, if they go up, we write on the credit side. If the value of asset goes down, we write on the debit side. In the same way, if liability decreases, that means there is more profit, it decreases, then we write here. Okay, the liability decreases. If liability increases, then we write here. Okay, if it increases, if liability increases. For example, okay, bad debt reserve. Bad debt reserve is a liability. If bad debt reserve increases, then we write here bad debt reserve. Bad debt reserve has increased and therefore we write it here. On the other hand, for example, creditors. If creditors are a liability. If creditors increases, then of course liability has increased. So we write here creditors. But if on the other hand, in the adjustment it is given that the value of creditors has decreased by 5,000, then creditors will be written out here. Similarly, debtors are an asset. So if debtors increases by 5,000, okay, then we write it out here. Asset is increased. But if debtors decreases by 5,000, then we write it on this side. So whenever, again, okay, four things you have to check. If assets increase, we write it here. If assets decreases, we write on the debit side. If liability decreases, we write here. And if liability increases, we write here. You can see that the arrows are pointing like this. Okay, the arrows are like this. In this case and in this case, you can see the two arrows. Here the arrows are meeting, here the arrows are going away from each other. Remember only one thing: asset increases here, asset decreases here. Liability, opposite of asset. Liability decreases here, liability increases on the credit side. And then you find out the difference. If credit side is more, you total it. Suppose credit side is say 72,000. Suppose credit side is 72,000. Okay, and here you find that the total of all this is 50,000. Okay, of all this is 50. There is a difference of 22,000. That difference is profit. Okay, and profit is transferred to partners capital account. It is transferred to partners capital account. And what is the ratio? Suppose A, B and C are partners. Okay, and their old profit sharing ratio was 1:2:3. So the amount will be transferred in the ratio. In this case, the difference is 22,000. 22,000 will be written here. This is your 22,000. This is your 50,000. Okay, so the difference 50 plus 22, 72,000. You will get 72,000 here also. But remember, this 22,000 is distributed between A, B and C in the ratio of 1:2:3, which is their old ratio. So basically, once again, what is revaluation account? Revaluation account is an account which is prepared to reevaluate assets and liabilities at the time of reconstruction of partnership deed or partnership firm. It is also called profit and loss adjustment account because the profit and loss is adjusted. How is it adjusted? By the decrease or increase in liabilities and assets. Revaluation account can show profit or loss. If credit side is more, credit balance, we write on this side, it is profit. If debit side is more, it is debit balance, we write on this side, and that would be loss. Loss is written out here. Okay, loss. But it is the same thing to buy partners capital account in the same ratio and A, B and C. It is also transferred to partners capital account in the ratio 1:2:3. It will here also it will be 22,000. If there is loss, you can't have both profit as well as loss. Okay. Yes, the other thing to understand out here is that when you are writing the revaluation account, you should only write those values which either go up or down. Suppose some value does not go up. Okay. Now in the old balance sheet, Okay, you are going to compare with the old balance sheet. Okay, in the old balance sheet, whatever assets and liabilities are given here, assets are given on this side and liabilities are given on this side. Now you compare these assets and liabilities. For example, the first adjustment said that the value of land has increased by 10%, and here land was given, okay, land was given as 1 lakh rupees in the old balance sheet. So we compared the adjustment with the value of land in the old balance sheet. The value of land was 10,000 more, so we wrote it out here. So it's basically about the number of adjustments. How many adjustments are there? Suppose there are 6 adjustments. Then you have 6 entries out here accordingly, because only those values which increase or decrease are to be entered. The others are not to be entered. Suppose there is general reserve in the balance sheet. Okay. Suppose there is general reserve in the balance sheet. This general reserve is there. Suppose 20,000 general reserve. Now this general reserve, there is no change in the general reserve. We do not write in the revaluation account. But general reserve is to be distributed to partners capital account in the old ratio to the old partners. General reserve funds, okay, workers compensation fund, all those funds and reserves are distributed to the partners in their old profit loss sharing ratio to their partners capital account. All right, now we'll do one and you'll see how easy it is. Okay, and I want all of you to just pay a little bit attention. I'm not going to show the balance sheet. I'm just going to show you how the revaluation account is prepared. All right, let us just see. This is revaluation account. All right, now this one is basically on page number 12. Okay, page number 11 and 12 of your textbook. Page 11, 12. All right, this is question number 7. Question number, illustration number 7. Okay, now revaluation account I'm going to prepare and I'm going to show you how it is prepared. It's very easy as I was just shown you. Okay, particulars and amount. All right, same thing here. Particulars and amount. This is your revaluation account. All right, now on the illustration number 7, page number 11 and 12, you can see what is given out there is that Bhavna, Bharat and Bhumesh are partners in a partnership firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 2:1:1. And the following is the balance sheet on 31st March 2017. So the balance sheet is given and then there are 6 adjustments given. And it says the value of land is 7 lakhs. It says in the adjustments the value of land is 7 lakhs. Now we look at the balance sheet. The balance sheet says the value of land is 5 lakhs. That means there is an increase of land by 2 lakhs. So we write here land account. Remember it has increased. So land account has increased by 2 lakhs. So we write 2 lakhs here. Remember when assets increase, we write on the credit side. When they decrease, we write on the debit side. Then it says the second one, the value of building is increased by 1 lakh. It is the value of building has increased by 1 lakh. The amount is already given, so there is no need to compare. Okay, so we say building account has increased by 1 lakh. So I write 1 lakh here. Right. The third adjustment says the market value of machine is 2,50,000, which is to be recorded in the books. Now, if you look at the machines in the balance sheet, it is given as 4 lakhs. Okay, and the market value of machine is 2,50,000. Okay, which is to be recorded in the books, but in the table, machinery is given as 4 lakhs. That means it has decreased. The market value is to be recorded as 2.5 lakhs, and the original value was 4 lakhs. That means the value of machinery has decreased by 1.5 lakhs. So we write machinery account here because the value of asset has decreased. Machinery account, it has decreased by how much? 1,50,000. The value of machinery has decreased by 1,50,000. And fourth adjustment says provision for doubtful debts at 20% on debtors. Provision for doubtful debts on at 20% on debtors. Now, if you look at the balance sheet, debtors is given as 1 lakh. 20% of 1 lakh is 20,000. So that means bad debt reserve. Bad debt reserve is supposed to be maintained. Now, bad debt reserve is given as bad debt reserve. Okay. Now it is to be maintained at 20%. Remember, bad debt reserve is a liability, and it is to be maintained at 20% on debtors. So on debtors, 20% would be 20,000. Okay, liability. Then provision for doubtful debts at 20% of debtors. Creditors amounting to rupees 10,000. This is the fifth adjustment. Creditors amounting to 10,000 are not required to be paid. That means now creditors will not be paid. Credit is the liability, but we are not going to pay. That means the profit increases. That means the liability has decreased. So we write here creditors. Remember, liability has now decreased. Creditors account 10,000 is not to be paid. We are not supposed to pay 10,000 to the creditors. So that's a benefit. It's a profit. Okay. Sixth adjustment says income receivable amount to rupees 5,000. Receivable amount. Okay, it increases profit. So income receivable account 5,000 rupees. Okay, and outstanding expense amounted to rupees 3,000, which are to be recorded. They were not recorded, so liability is going to increase, and therefore 3,000 outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses, which amounted to rupees 3,000, is to be recorded now. Now you can see there were 6 adjustments, and all the 6, the first one, of course, there were 2 in one particular case. In the last 6th one, there were 2 adjustments. So totally 6 plus 1, 7 adjustments. Land account, the second one, building account, third one we had was machinery account, then fourth adjustment was bad debt reserve, the fifth was creditors, and sixth one was outstanding income, or rather income reserve, income receivable, and outstanding expense. Both were the number 6. So total we have got 7 ones. Now only there is an increase and decrease in these only, according to the adjustments when you compare with the balance sheet. Sometimes it's not necessary to compare with the balance sheet. So in that case, the amount, now we find out the difference. Okay, now let us see what the total is. All right. Here you can see the total is 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs and 15,000. So let me put 3 lakhs and 15,000 here. Okay. Now let us see what year it is. 1 lakh 70, 1 lakh 73,000, 150, 60, 70, 1 lakh 73,000. So 3 lakh 15,000 minus 1 lakh 73,000. Okay. If you subtract it, 2, right? So you get and 1 lakh 42,000. 1 lakh 42,000 is the difference, and that is the profit. Okay, so we write here profit. How much? 1 lakh 42,000. This is the profit, and the total, of course, will become equal on both the sides. All right. Now, what do we do with this profit? We distribute it to the partners, and the partners are who are Bhavna, Bharat, and Bhumesh. Bhavna, Bharat, and Bhumesh. Right? These are the 3 partners. Bhavna, Bharat, and Bhumesh. 2 partners capital account. We write here partners capital account. And what is the ratio? The old ratio is given as 2:1:1. 2:1:1. So 2, 3, 4. So 1/4 of 1/4 of 1 lakh 42,000. All right. So that comes out to be 4 3s are 12, 13, 14, 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 20. Okay, 35,500. So Bhumesh will get 35,500. Bharat will also get 35,500, and he will get twice, that is 71,000. 71,000. The total profit will be 1,42,000. Now this is revaluation account. It's completed. Okay. Once again, you see, it's very easy to prepare. There are only a few things to be borne in mind. Revaluation account can be prepared at any time. Okay, there is no fixed date for it, because sometimes the ratio of profit sharing ratio can change during the course of the year. In this particular case, it was at the end of the year, but it is not necessary. It can be any time. Okay, the ratio may change anytime. Therefore, the revaluation account can be prepared according to that date. But to prepare revaluation account, all you need is this format: particulars amount, particulars amount. Okay, debit side, credit side. Whatever increases the profit, you write on credit side. Whatever decreases the profit, you write on debit side. But how do we know that? If asset increases, it is going to increase the profit. So we write it on this side. If the value of asset decreases, it is going to decrease the profit. So we write it on this side. If liability decreases, it will increase in profit. So liability decreases, liability increases on this side. Okay, and then find the balance. If credit balance, then we get profit. If debit balance, then we get loss. Profit or loss are distributed to partners capital account in their old profit loss sharing ratio. That is all you have to write. This is the way to write it. And finally, how do we know what to write? We have to look at the adjustments. Compare the adjustments with the balance sheet. That is why when the question is given, you will be given a balance sheet, okay, and you will be given adjustments. Looking at the adjustments and the balance sheet, you prepare your revaluation account. And generally, you see only the amount which is changing, not the original amount, only amount which has changed. That amount has to be written. Don't write the full amount. The full amount is written, but only when the balance sheet. When I suppose I want to prepare a new balance sheet, then I will use this amount. For example, the value of land in the old balance sheet was 5 lakhs, but now it has increased by 2 lakhs. So when I prepare the new balance sheet, the value of land will be 7 lakhs and not 5 lakhs. And that's why you see you will get a new balance sheet. It is so easy to prepare the balance sheet also based on revaluation account as well as the old balance sheet. All right, this is enough for today. I'll give you more revaluation accounts to do, and just have a look at this carefully, go through it and try to listen to it also carefully. Practice it once, practice this illustration and a similar illustration also. And above all, watch the entire video. Okay, it's important that you watch the entire video. Okay, that's enough for today. Have a nice day and stay safe.